Welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us for the debut episode of Connect TV. From the creative minds of Connect Business Magazine and the creative minds of True Facade Pictures, we hope to bring you a greater understanding of this great business community that we're living in and how it can impact each and every one of our lives every day. The stories of the characters behind these businesses we hope will be a great resource for you as this region continues to grow. We are pleased now to bring you the stories behind the businesses. This is Connect TV. You know, there are times in your life when you meet someone and you just wonder how they get it all done in a day. Well, for me, that someone recently was Shannon Beal. She's a mother of three, a successful businesswoman in town, and truly has a heart for this community she lives in. Let's take a listen to her story. Here today with Shannon Beal of JBeal Real Estate Group. And Shannon, one thing that I've known about you in the short time that I have known you is that you're a busy, busy lady. You're a mom, a career woman, and very involved in the community. So let's just take those one piece at a time.
Okay.
First of all, you're a mom.
Yes.
Tell us about your family.
So Jason and I have three kids. Savannah, as you know from the swim team, is in the 7th grade at Dakota Meadows. And we have a 3rd grade son, RJ, who loves hockey. And then we have a 5-year-old daughter, Jovi, who loves to dance. So we're very busy. All the kids are involved in lots of activities and music and Girl Scouts.
And somehow you find time to work. So let's talk about your real estate business, which I know I say work, but you don't really consider it that way, do you?
So I've been selling real estate at the JBeal Real Estate Group for 7 years. Jason and I work together, and we have about a dozen agents that we work with. To us, clients become like family because we spend so much time with them during such a critical point in their life. And we're so blessed to be able to share that piece of them, getting to go in their homes and see how they live and learning about what their goals are.
Well, let's talk about community a little bit.
Yeah.
I know you're very involved in a lot of different community organizations. So we'll start with the symphony.
Yes. So I am a musician myself. I went to college and earned a piano degree, and I'm supposed to be a music teacher if I were to fulfill that. So music is near and dear to my heart. So I got involved with the Mankato Symphony Orchestra about 3 years ago, and I'm currently the board chair. It's Mankato's most hidden secret and most valuable little gem in my mind because the music is top notch, and so many people don't know it. That's my mission, is to shout that from the rooftops.
Okay, so we've established family, career, community. How do you manage it all? What are some keys that you might have?
Well, I think just staying organized, of course. In our article, I talk about the Google Calendar. It's kind of the brain center of our family. In my mind, busy is blessed. It's just kind of a mindset. I'm going to go through each day and try to get as much done as I can and be as productive as I can.
And for somebody that's looking at Mankato as a community, what do you tell them when they call you?
I moved here in 2003, and it has grown and changed so much. We have so much to offer as far as industry, education, healthcare system. We have so much going on with arts and entertainment. It's just a growing town. It's a wonderful place to own a business. Mankato is a great place to call home.
Well, it may seem like they had a speedy rise to the top of their industry, but in reality, Jesse Olson, homegrown right next door in Mapleton, has taken his time developing his skills, both behind the wheel and under the hood. We now bring you the story of Medieval Metalwerx. Well, here we are with Jesse Olson. It's your busy time, I know, so thank you for taking time out to visit with us today.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
So here we are in your new facility in Mankato, Medieval Metalwerx. Can you let us know what you do here?
Well, our base foundation is dirt track race cars, and then we also do contract manufacturing. So we use the tools and equipment to build our race cars and then source them to companies across the country.
And I know you have built up quite a reputation across the country. How did that even get started?
Your stereotypical out of the garage. I've been a long-time racer and built a couple cars, and things really just snowballed. We won a couple national champions, and we got to a point where we needed to expand. So about 2 years ago, we started looking at opportunities, and Mankato just kept coming back to be the fit, and here we are.
Good, and a great place for you to bring your family back to, right down the road from where you grew up.
Absolutely, this is a family business. You know, we have pretty much everybody working here, so we like to have a lot of fun.
You know, you may think of Waseca as just a town that you pass by on Highway 14 on your way to Mankato or another destination. But what's going on in the middle of that town is very exciting, and it has to do with a little place they call the Park.
Waseca is a great small community, and being that it's on the Highway 14 corridor, people are coming through here all the time. This is the Park shared workspace that my husband and I started on January 31st of this year. It can accommodate people working privately at a desk, in an open space, in a classroom, in a meeting room. We hope to develop a workplace environment where we encourage the people that are working here to get to know each other and to kind of direct where we're going to go in the future.
And time now for our cover story, a man who really needs no introduction around town, Tony Frentz, whose passion for his hometown is evident from the bagels to the buildings that he's leaving his mark on. We bring you now the Friends Factor. Well, we're joined here with Tony Frentz. And Tony, I'm not sure where to begin with you. You have so many different business enterprises in the community, but let's start with Neutral Path. That's one you've been really dedicated to for the past few years, and you have some news to share on that.
Yeah, I did. So we've had three main partners that have worked there since the beginning, and that's my partner Scott Bergs, Jay Hankey, and myself. And what we were working on is, building out the network. And so we got about, I think, 7 states now, and close to 500 route miles of dark fiber, and then about 1,500 leased fiber miles. And just recently, outfit reached out to us called Zale, which is a publicly traded company, and said, well, we'd like to talk about acquiring you. And that did get announced on Monday, that they are acquiring us. Yeah. And so it's pretty exciting. I mean, it just seemed like the right time.
Good. And speaking of timing, you are about to embark on a new development in downtown Mankato. Talk about that.
Yeah. So we are going to, this spring, start a new project. It's going to be 7 stories. It's about 60,000 leasable square feet. We have our anchor tenant is JBeal. So they are moving down from a little bit more like on the outskirts of town. It's in the Eastwood Industrial Park. Very good, but they wanted to be in the core. They wanted to be in the city center, which in reality, that's probably where a white collar type job like that, that's where they should be. They're looking forward to being able to walk to all the restaurants and being a part of the whole vibrancy down here.
And your footprint is all over downtown. You have the Great Building, the U.S. Bank Center, and now this new building going up.
Yeah.
And I know that the downtown of a city is what you really feel sets a city apart. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have a philosophy that any city, once you get to a certain size, has very similar franchises. What makes a city unique is getting restaurants that aren't a franchise, or a building that is nowhere else. That a building like across the street there's only one of those. There's no more like that. That's what I think makes you unique. It draws people from other communities that feel like you have something special going on.
I know in talking with you that you're an entrepreneur, you like to take risks, but that has also come with some times of uneasiness. You've lost a little sleep over the years.
Like this stuff. Yep. It's not for people that want that kind of a feeling, because it happens a lot. When I used to own a construction company, every year you have to start over. See, let's say the year before you had the greatest year you've ever had, you built everything you could imagine. The very next year, you're starting from nothing. I mean, you start from a little bit because you have the name out there and people know you a little, but you have to get all the jobs all over again. It's tough, but either you can do it or you can't. And as long as you believe in yourself, you will.
You really have a passion for Mankato. I know you were born and raised here,
Yeah.
and raising your family here now.
Yeah.
So, and I think passion pretty much describes a lot of avenues in your life. Wouldn't you say you've sort of found what you're meant to do in life with the developing?
What I like to do is build anything. So if it's a fiber company, I was in charge of the build. I'm an entrepreneur, so I'm a little more used to maybe some risk. I mean, I'm like, let's go for it, let's build that route. And that's why I loved it.
Well, are you inspired? I know I am. Tony Frentz making quite an impact on our region. And that concludes episode 1 of Connect TV. We'll see you back here in May.